Remember, the first lap of heat number 1 will be silent. Heat number 1 will be David Garman up in front with Kevin Martin, and Jason Holder and Patrick Coluccio on the second row, and Michael Christian rounding out the field. As they start their 2 pace laps here. One more time around, heat number 1 will go green. As soon as the green flag drops, we will go silent. Once the leader crosses the start-finish line, we will start talking again, but regardless of what happens on that first lap, we will have a silent first lap. Pace truck is in. All right, lap number 1 completed with David Garman still in the lead, but Kevin Martin giving him a run for his money here tonight. Patrick Coluccio up to 3rd. Heck of a battle going on from about 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot. As they come through the corner, Coluccio gets bound up a little bit down on the bottom. That allows Jason Holder up to the outside. He gets a run through 1 and 2, picks up 2 spots there. Put Holder back to 3rd. Meanwhile, David Garman up front. Can't seem to run away from Kevin Martin yet. Kevin Martin hanging right there with him. Jason Holder in 3rd, about a second behind the 2 leaders, trying to catch up and make up any ground he can here. Kevin Martin actually losing a little bit of ground to David Garman on that lap, and Patrick Coluccio still trying to fight back up on the high side after losing a couple of spots on the on the second lap, down on the inside of 3 and 4. He is running a little bit higher now. He's got Michael Christian, though, right to his back bumper. Christian looking to the inside through turns 1 and 2, but Coluccio has the advantage up on the high side to run away. Kevin Martin still cannot close the gap, but Jason Holder is closing the gap just a little bit on second place, Kevin Martin. And the battle still going on for 4th place back here as Michael Christian gets to the inside of Coluccio. Can't complete the pass yet, but Coluccio now knows he is there. And as they cross the finish line for heat number 1, it'll be Garman, Martin, Holder, Coluccio, and Christian. Heat number 2. We'll have Stephen Lindo up front with Ryan Nesbitt, Joel Naff, and DJ Kenner on the second row. Skylar Massey will be starting in 5th. And it looks like Stephen Lindo is trying to push the pace car and get the pace truck, get him going. Finally does. I guess bump drafting the pace truck gets him going. The pace truck jumps off of pit road. This is one of the harder pit roads to get these cars off of, especially side by side. It looks like everybody kind of, we saw it in the 305s, everybody gave the driver next to him plenty of space, kind of staggered coming off pit road. Very smart move by these guys. Stephen Lindo down there on the bottom, very bright and colorful car as he shakes and shows off the reflection on it. Ryan Nesbitt there to the outside. Lindo and Nesbitt always put on a great show when they are running side by side. These two are no strangers to being at the front and no strangers to chasing each other for a race win. We will see who is dominant here tonight. As there's a little bit of love tapping on the back straightaway. Pace truck is off. Green flag in the air for heat number 2. Here they go. 8 laps to go. Off into turn 1 there, side by side. The one car looks to make it 3 wide. Can't complete it. Ryan Nesbitt up on the high side. He's got the momentum. Stephen Lindo on the inside, though. Will he be able to complete it? No. Ryan Nesbitt picks up the position. It put Nesbitt to first, Lindo to second, Joel Naff in third, but DJ Kenner now coming around the outside. DJ takes third, and he is going to try and run down Stephen Lindo. Take a quick ride around with DJ as he comes out of turn number 2. Falls in behind the leaders. You can see he is closing in on Lindo as they come out of turn 4, down the front straightaway, trying to keep it up off the wall, get as high as you can, carry as much momentum as you can. Back into 3 and 4, they are right up there on that edge, trying to carry as much speed as you can, and that is how you get around this track. Brought to you by DJ Kenner. Ryan Nesbitt opened up a very small lead early on. But he was up too high, almost went off the track there, manages to save it, but that allows Lindo to close right back up on him. Now Lindo trying to get to the inside, can't quite get there, but if Nesbitt makes that same mistake, now Lindo's up high. Lindo's right on the edge of the berm coming down the back straightaway. Lindo is pushing extremely hard here. Final lap. Ryan Nesbitt opens up a bit of a lead on the back straightaway. Lindo sends it down into turn 3. Can he get there? No, not enough time, and it's Ryan Nesbitt at the line. Lindo is second, Kenner is third, Joel Naff is fourth, and Skylar Massey comes home fifth. Heat number 3 will be Trevor Burge and Jim Johnson on the front row, Michael Whiting and Brian Mansfield on the second row. All right, pace car is rolling off for the third and final heat. Let us know in the chat who you are cheering for tonight. One more pace lap around, and we'll have to see if these guys have as much fun on the second pace lap as they did in the previous heat. We'll see if Trevor and Jim decide to start banging into each other on the back straightaway. And don't forget to stick around. Immediately after this race, we will have the Enduro. And if you haven't watched one of those, well, you don't know what you've been missing. That is some of the funniest racing you'll ever see. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. 8 laps to go in heat number 3. Trevor Burge manages to get a nose up front, gets to the high line there. Michael Whiting looking to the low line, trying to pick up as much position as he can on the start. And the 11 of Brian Mansfield is going off the track. Looked like he was drifting all the way around. Let's see if he managed. He did manage to recover. Meanwhile, Trevor Burge has got a little bit of a lead building here. Jim Johnson back there in second, trying to close back down on him. And Michael Whiting, who started the first lap, ran the bottom. Oh, Jim Johnson goes off the track. He was up on two wheels briefly, went off the track. He will be able to recover, but he'll probably lose a lap. That gives second place to Brian Mansfield, or Michael Whiting, excuse me. Brian Mansfield now up to third. And at this point, Trevor Burge just has to survive, not get into any trouble, and he has got heat number 3 locked up. He has a 2.3 second lead over second place Michael Whiting. Michael has a 2.4 second lead over Brian Mansfield now as well. With 3 laps to go, this one is pretty much settled. Trevor Burge definitely not letting up, though. He is continuing to go full throttle all the way around the track, pushing right to the edge of the banking on the back straightaway. Coming through 3 and 4, he's going to get the 2 to go, or the final lap. The white flag is in the air. Excuse me, white flag in the air. And Trevor Burge just runs away with this one. And it will be Trevor Burge at the line, Michael Whiting second, Brian Mansfield third, and Jim Johnson finishes fourth in heat number 3. And now they will go into their warm-up and get Michael Whiting does it again. He is trying to fly that car, and we're going to have to rewind. Let's see if we can rewind on that real quick. Let's see just how far. Nope, it will not let us. It advanced the session too quickly. We did not get to see how far Michael Whiting flew that car, but we're going to keep a close eye on him during warm-up because you know he's going to try and fly a car again. All right, everybody is rolling out for the warm-up. And as I said, we'll keep a close eye on Michael Whiting to see if he tries to take flight one more time. And a bit of a surprise from these guys, a 4-wide salute for Memorial Day. Huge shout out to these guys for doing that, honoring every soldier we've ever lost. A huge shout out to everybody out here. A huge shout out to these guys for taking their warm-up time to do a 4-wide salute for all those we have lost, to honor everybody on Memorial Day. Great job, Outlaws. And next time you guys could warn me about that one. I'm sure they didn't intentionally warn me about that. We'll keep a close eye on Michael Whiting during the remainder of the warm-up to see if he flies that 44 car onto pit road. It looked like he had managed to launch it over the fence, and he stuck the landing, so we'll see if he can do it again. Looked like he almost stuck the landing. Oh, he is off the track on the back straightaway now. Or, I'm sorry, in turns 1 and 2. He's got 30 seconds to get back out here. We'll keep a close eye on that. Currently, the fastest on track is Stephen Lindo. And Stephen Lindo is in the wall as David Garman comes flying by. Ryan Nesbitt on the wall. Michael Whiting did not come back out to launch his car. All right. Time to go into the 30-lap feature. Here is your lineup. Kevin Martin and Trevor Burge on the front row. Ryan Nesbitt and David Garman on the second row. Stephen Lindo and Michael Whiting on the third row. Jason Holder and DJ Kenner on the fourth row. Brian Mansfield and Patrick Coluccio rounding out the top 10. Then you got Joel Naff and Jim Johnson 11th and 12th. 13th is Michael Christian, and Skylar Massey starts 14th. Now, we've done it a couple of times tonight, but after that four-wide salute by the Outlaws, I have to say we're going to do it again. The first lap will be silent. The first green flag lap will be silent regardless of what happens on track. And if you have a favorite driver in the field, make sure you drop them in the chat. And as we mentioned earlier tonight, if someone you love has lost their life defending our country, supporting our military, please drop their name in the chat so we can honor them throughout the race. Because I know that's what these guys wanted to happen tonight, and we want to help support that. These guys have done an awesome job tonight. Pace truck is in. We will do a silent first lap. Lap number 1 in the books. Trevor Burge is off the front and caution is out. Had a couple of cars make some big moves there on the first lap. We'll see what caused this caution. It looked like the 11 got a little loose, tapped the front end of Jim Johnson. We'll have to see if we can get a different angle on that. Yeah, it looks like they just barely touched, and Jim Johnson was trying to save it and just couldn't get it. All right, changes on that first lap. David Garman, Trevor Burge started second. He is now leading. David Garman, who started in fourth, now up to second. Michael Whiting picked up a position. And it looks like Skylar Massey has picked up a couple of positions as well. Once scoring settles off, Jim Johnson is on pit road. He needed repairs. He took a pretty decent hit down there on the wall outside of turn 3. And Jim Johnson doing everything he can to stay on the lead lap. Just jumps it, flies that car off. Shades of Michael Whiting there. I mean, that was a good flight out of Jim Johnson. And he does manage to maintain the lead lap, it looks like. Skylar Massey picked up one spot. Michael Christian picked up a spot. DJ Kenner picked up a spot on that first green flag lap. All right, pace car is in. Green flag is in the air again, and now Trevor Burge has to deal with David Garman down to the inside, but Ryan Nesbitt has a run on the outside on the start. Mid-pack, they are side by side all the way around the track, as several cars are starting to pick up some steam here. Kevin Martin now looking to the inside. And we got Ryan Nesbitt off track back there. Everybody manages to keep going straight, and they stay green. Let's take a look at what happened to Ryan Nesbitt here. Looks like he gets off into turn number 1 a little too hot and just manages to save it. Back up front, though, Trevor Burge is gone again. He is taking off. David Garman trying to run him down. Lindo has picked up a couple of spots now. Steven is now up to 3rd. Michael Christian, he started back in 13th. He has picked up 5 spots. He is now up to 8th and is on the move. And he has to get around Brian DeBoss Mansfield there. Back up front, it seems like caution is out. Looks like Skylar Massey just got 2 sideways there, collected Jim Johnson. They managed to get Ryan Nesbitt manages to negotiate that pretty well. A great save by Nesbitt, but that puts those 2 guys back to the back of the field. We'll have to wait and see what happens from here if they can get back up front. Eric Burkhalter cheering on Trevor Burge tonight. Trevor said he was not very good in the 305, still managed to get a top 3 finish, and here he is in the 358s, the cars that he said he's way better in, so he may end up running away with this thing. Garmin has not been able to get close to him. Lindo has not been able to get close to him yet. Once he goes, he goes. Another car on the move, though. As we mentioned before, Michael Christian, who started in 13th, now up to 8th. Now with the field packed back up, will he be able to pick up some more positions here? Can Stephen Lindo, David Garman, Kevin Martin, can any of them get around the 119 of Trevor Burge? Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air again. Trevor Burge gets another amazing start. And they are 4 wide as Michael Whiting goes to the bottom. Michael Whiting trying to pick up some positions here. Michael currently in 5th, trying to take 4th away. And it looks like Jim Johnson has been in an accident again at the back. Looks like he just went off the track briefly. Meanwhile, Trevor Burge has opened up a bit of a lead over David Garman. Stephen Lindo still in 3rd. Kevin Martin is in 4th now. Jason Holder now up to 5th. And here comes Michael Christian. Oh, Michael Christian, just when we look at him, he had picked up several positions. He was up to 6th. Loses a couple positions in turn 1 and 2. We'll see if he can get them back. He's got to get back around Brian Mansfield. And meanwhile, Trevor Burge maintaining about a 3/10 of a second lead over David Garman. And everybody is single file through the top 5. Actually, it looks like everybody is just about single file, except right back here at the back of the field where Skylar Massey weirdly is struggling. Not used to seeing Skylar struggle on a dirt track or in a 358, but he is struggling here a bit tonight. Trevor Burge has extended his lead even further, 0.6 of a second, now that the track is slicking off. 16 laps to go. It is 3/4 of a second from Lindo up to Garman in 2nd place. Lindo has a bit of a gap over Kevin Martin, about 0.9 of a second. And Martin is now having to deal with Jason Holder there in the 17. Michael Whiting in the 44. He is currently in 6th. 7th is Brian Mansfield. Michael Christian is 8th, but here comes Ryan Nesbitt to this inside of him. Ryan, we saw, had the incident earlier, went off the turn, managed to recover, but ended up at the back end of the field. Now he is trying to make his way forward back to the front after starting in 3rd. Back up front, Trevor Burge continues to open up a lead. It's over a second now, and Kevin Martin has been involved in an incident. Kevin Martin was up on the wall down the front straightaway, ends up going off the track in 1 and 2, trying to recover that car. And Trevor Burge has his fingers crossed right now, hoping this thing stays green. Coming down, he'll have 10 laps to go at the line. He's actually about to be in lap traffic here, as he is closing into the back bumper of Kevin Martin. David Garman has picked up a little bit of ground, only about 1/10 of a second right now. Stephen Lindo, though, he is closing back down on Garman. And Michael Christian has now made his way back up into 6th place. Trying to chase down Michael Whiting, but he's got Ryan Nesbitt to the inside. Nesbitt almost gets to the back bumper. Backs out of it to not hit him and loses a little bit of ground there. Jim Johnson is another driver who struggled in the early going. He started in 12th. He's been off track a couple of times. We saw him jump off of pit road to maintain the lead lap. He is now back up to 9th. A great getting back to the top 10 after being involved in the first caution and just barely staying on the lead lap. Trevor Burge way up high. 6 laps to go. Garman in 2nd is about to have a challenge from Stephen Lindo. Stephen Lindo now to his back bumper in the turns. Looks like Lindo is getting into the turn just a bit better. Garman's getting off a lot better. But every lap, it seems like Lindo is closing the gap on David Garman. Jason Holder securely in 4th now. He's got almost 2 seconds over Michael Whiting in 5th. And Michael Christian in 6th. 4 laps to go. He has made his way up from his 13th starting spot, trying to get around Michael Whiting to get a top 5 here tonight. Trevor Burge now has a challenge. David Garman is closed right back up there, side by side. Coming to 2 to go. And Stephen Lindo is there. Stephen Lindo right behind these two. Any mistake, Lindo is going to be up underneath them. They've got lap traffic in the way. Garman looking to the inside. Trevor Burge to the outside. White flag in the air. Garman gets a run to the inside on corner entry. He's going to have to send it into turn 3 hard here. He does. Will the lap traffic come into play? Will Garman pull it off at the line? Who was it? It was Garman at the line by 0.05 of a second. Trevor Burge comes home 2nd. Lindo comes home 3rd. Jason Holder is 4th. Michael Whiting is 5th. Michael Christian is 6th. Nesbitt 7th. Brian Mansfield 8th. Jim Johnson is 9th. And DJ Kenner rounds out the top 10. And there we go. Trevor Burge gets the celebration started correctly. That was a heck of a battle. Holy cow, what a finish. 5/100ths of a second between 1st and 2nd place. All right, let's see if we can talk to our top 3. The first person I want to talk to see if we can get a hold of Trevor Burge. Hey Trevor, this is Doug up in the booth. You got me, bud?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Hey, 5/100ths of a second.
Yeah, it was a good race. I mean, David did a hell of a job. It was a good race all race, man. It was fun.
Well, you had checked out early on the fresh track as it slicked off. The more slick it got, it seemed like he was running you down on the slicked off track, but you still had quite a run, managed to hold him off up until the lap traffic really came into play.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Like he picked the right lane. I didn't. He got me. It was a hell of a race. Yeah, it was good. He tracked me down. He moved down a groove before I did, so it closed that gap. And yeah, he was quick, man. It was really good race, and I had a good time.
Well, congratulations, man! Regardless of the finish, that was a hell of a race, and just one crazy finish. I could not tell when you guys crossed the line. I literally couldn't tell. I had to look at the scoring to tell who won that.
Yeah, I knew he got me. It is what it is. I wish I would have got it. I wish I would have been the one a nose ahead, but it was good. I can't complain at all. David did a hell of a job.
All right, man. Well, congratulations, and go smash some cars in the enduro.
I might make that one, but really quick, I just want to tell everybody that served in the military, thank you. For those that we've lost, you know, we're thinking about you. Um, Thank you for my team, Third Affliction, Burge Graphics. Big shout out, my buddy Eric Burkholter. He served in the military, so I just want to tell him thank you.
And he is watching now, so I'm quite sure he heard, man.
Thank you, Doug. You guys do a great job.
All right, thank you, man. All right, let's see if we can talk to our winner, David Garman. David Garman, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Garman, this is Doug. You got me? Garman may have gone MIA for a moment. Let's see if Lindo is available. Yes, he is. Hey, Stephen Lindo, this is Doug. You got me?
Yep. How you doing?
Hey, man. Third place finish, but there at the end, the last few laps, I mean, you came on. You were at the halfway point. You were almost 2 seconds back, and then you just turned up the juice and got back up there with those two.
Yeah, I had it. I definitely had it figured out on the slick. Those two on the fresh track though were insanely fast. Either I wish it would have slicked off a little bit quicker, or lap traffic would have come in a little bit sooner. Something.
Or 5 more laps, maybe.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if I would have had them, but it would have been real interesting.
Well, I know when they got side by side, you also closed up the gap big time there and managed to pull off a heck of a third place finish.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely happy with the third, especially behind those two. I mean, those two are some of the best dirt racers we have in here.
Well, I won't tell you what to do, but given the opportunity, I'd suggest wrecking David Garman. That's just me, though.
Yeah, now you've told me that a few times.
I know. I'm going to keep saying it till
One of these
somebody
times
does.
I'm going to accidentally do it. I'm going to accidentally do it one of these times, and I'm going to feel real bad.
Just make sure you tell them it's from me when you do. All right, man. Well, congratulations, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you smash some cars here shortly.
I will not be in the enduro.
Oh.
I got to get up too early for that. So,
All right. Well, congratulations, man. Go get some rest.
yes, sir. Have a good one, Doug.
You too, buddy. All right, and it looks like David Garman might have just gone MIA. We'll give him a minute to see if he hops back in here. But that was a crazy finish. 5/100ths of a second between first and second place. And Stephen Lindo was scored as 4/10ths back, but I think that might be slightly off. We'll have to take a look at the replay later, but still, he was 2 seconds back with 15 laps to go and managed to close right back to the back bumper of those guys. He was right there with them the entire second half of that race, and heck of a run out of that guy. Just looking to see if we have anything out of Garmin here. I'm looking to see if he hops back in here real quick. Do stick around. We do have the Enduro coming up in just a few minutes. They will be at Bristol, so it's going to be a heck of a wild race. If we can get a hold of Garmin, we will pull him in here and give him a quick interview. But in the meantime, we're going to get switched over and get ready to do some Enduroing. That should be live here in just a moment, so stick around, don't go anywhere. Hit the share button, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.